Hey, how's it going? This is Max, and in today's video I want to talk about Notion, my current favorite tool when it comes to organizing data and information, communicating with others, and ultimately working on your own productivity. I already published a full course about Notion and how to create UX design portfolios in Notion, which is available on Skillshare. You can check out the link in the description. But this video is about something entirely different, and that is how to plan your holidays using Notion. Or to say it differently, it's one way to do that I'm showing you, and it's the way how I do it. I'm also including a free template to the exact same approach that I'll be demonstrating in this video. Notion indeed is an extremely versatile piece of software, and you can use it for almost anything thinkable, really. By the way, I'm also thinking about creating a full-blown course on the basics of Notion, and I'm genuinely interested if you'd like something like this, or if you're happy, or if you're missing something in the courses that are already out there. Please let me know in the comments below. So we're going to delve right into Notion and see how we can organize the information for a short holiday trip to Rhodes, which is where I've just been a couple of days ago, and I'll try to make use of as many Notion features as possible, which are reasonable for our purpose. Of course, it would make much sense to start creating super complex tables and tagging systems if we don't need them. Okay, we'll move over to Notion in 1 second. Just before we do so, let me quickly mention that I'm creating online courses on Skillshare about Notion, but also about other tools as Figma, and mostly topics around UX design and research. So if you're into that, feel free to take a look at what I've currently or already offered, and there's a link in the description box, and if you click on that link, you get 1 full month of Skillshare Premium for free, which is pretty nice because you can watch as many courses as you want in that time. It's a bit like Netflix, and you have full access within that month. And also, I am getting $10 if you sign up using my link, so it's a cool win-win situation. Definitely check it out. And yeah, I think we're ready now, so let's move over to Notion. So the first thing we want to do obviously is create a new page in which we want to plan our holiday. And since we're planning a short trip, we probably be fine with one page. I always like to open that as a full screen page, so we have the entire space available, and we'll just give it a name of the place we're going to. In this case, it would be Rhodes, and I like to tag these with the matching flag as the icon, so we will simply search for Greece and have this flag as the icon ready. Then we can add a cover picture just to make it nice and give us the holiday spirit or feelings that we want to. So we can simply search for pictures of Rhodes or Greece on Unsplash. We can also, of course, add our own pictures or images that we found on the internet or whatever. But I think Unsplash offers a quite nicely curated collection of pictures from almost any keyword or topic that you're looking for, and I think I'll go with that. Nice bay view here. So once that's loaded, we can also reposition the image, in this case vertically, so in case we're not happy and we only want to see the Acropolis up here, or we only want to see this bay area here, we can reposition that nicely and save the position. So that's the basic setup just for the header area. Then what I'm doing is clicking on these options here and selecting full width. This just toggles between a larger and a smaller margin to the left and right. And then I want to create columns for each of the days that I'm there. And let's just say I'm there from Monday till Wednesday. Then I want to transform these into heading 1s, and then what I'm doing is I'm selecting the second one and dragging it to the very right. And now we have two 50% columns. And now I'm dragging the third one here, and now we have three 33% columns. And the good thing is that I can now start writing here, and as you can see by this line, the column is growing. So the content I'm writing underneath here will stay within the column, which is exactly what I wanted, because within these columns I'm gonna write down all the different activities that I'm planning. So the idea really is to have some sort of schedule ready, which provides me with all of the information that I need at hand when I'm planning my travels. So for example, for the first day, I want to plan my flight, for example, then the hotel, maybe some check-in details, and then for all of the days I want to plan, for example, the trips that I want to do or the restaurants I want to visit. And for the last day, obviously, all the checkout information, the checkout time for the hotel, the flight back, obviously. And that's the basic idea. And in addition to that, I'm gonna include a packing list, so just a checklist, which also makes a lot of sense to have it here, especially if I'm traveling with other people and maybe they also use Notion. Then I can invite them to collaborate on this file. If not, then I can simply click on share to the web, and send around the URL, so everyone will be able to see the plan and access all the information that I put there. So let's start with the first day. And just to give you an idea how I would do that is just by adding some emojis. For example, for the plane arrival, there's a so just to give you an idea how I do that, for the flight to the travel location, I would search for a plane emoji, and we have this starting and this landing plane here, and I would pick that, for example, for the flight towards the travel destination. And then we can write something like the flight number. I don't know, this would be one from Lufthansa. Random numbers. Now let's just do some formatting, make that text bold, and then by holding shift, pressing enter, we'll just make a line break. So that's not a new text block, but it's just a new line in which we write. Then we can go for the time, for example, which would be another emoji, and then let's pick, I don't know, this alarm clock, and write something like 3:15 p.m. Remove the bold formatting to give it some visual hierarchy, and that's it for the first block. Now we can add a horizontal separator here by tapping, I think, 3 dashes, and then we have a nice separation here. Then we can go for the hotel, for example. And whenever it's about places, I like to use Google Maps just to give me some orientation when I'm there. So we can jump into Google Maps and search for a nice hotel. Let's go for Rhodes Hotel and select one of them. Rhodes Bay, why not? We're just there. And then I would pick a nice viewport that I like and select the URL, go back here, paste that, and select create embed. Not create bookmark, but create embed. And this will embed the map that I just selected. And then I just move that up to keep it nice and small, just to provide me context. It's not like I want to navigate within Notion, but I just want to have this location context. So let's move on and write, for example, the name, which is Rhodes Bay Hotel and Spa. And then, whoops, and again, Shift Enter. Use the key emoji. Let's say check-in 12 a.m. All right, and then we can also go for a nice restaurant in Rhodes. Again, let's switch over to Google Maps. Whoops, move over. Okay, Rhodes City, which is a nice place, so in case you're there, definitely check out the Old Town part and maybe even visit the Fruit Lab. Why not? Just for something like an afternoon snack. Again, create embed. This is the same behavior for all of the places that we want to add here. In this case, it's not the satellite image view. If you have some special preference, of course, you can stick to that. It was called the Fruit Lab. I'm not sure why it's not shown here anymore in the center. We'll just try that again. Switch over to the satellite view and zoom in a little bit more. Again, copy the URL and just add a new embed above and get rid of this one. Okay, this looks better. Still not sure where the pointer is gone, but at least it's still here. So there's still the same location. So this street name is the same, just the pointy thingy is missing for whatever reason, which shouldn't bother us too much right now. So also, if you have reservations in restaurants, for example, you can totally put them here. If there's so many keys or PIN codes connected to these reservations, then you can place them here, so everyone who you're traveling with can access these, which is very handy and very useful. I approved this method by traveling to many places by doing so, and it always worked out quite well. Okay, we can move over to Tuesday. This is not like gonna be some travel recommendation video. To be honest, there are only a few like really prominent tourist spots and roads, which is good. But also then again, there's not much you would put here, I guess. But then again, we can maybe take the time to insert them, or maybe I will fast forward and place them in this Tuesday column. Okay, so I'm just finishing up all of the content in the Wednesday column. So just some random numbers here, actually. This would be the checkout time, and this would be the flight home, obviously. And here for Tuesday, there would be just some activities like the zoo, Belly of Butterflies, and the Acropolis. So you get the idea. It's really simple. The idea is that we are having 3 columns, or in this case 3 columns because it's 3 days, and for each day we would go ahead and vertically plan our schedule. It doesn't have to be by the hour, but just because we're still on holidays, right? But just because we want to have the information at hand that we could use by the moment that we want to do something. So for example, if we're heading to the zoo, we can simply use this map to open the Google Maps app on our phone and then start the navigation towards that destination. So that's really the idea. And of course, using Notion enables us to really quickly, so this took me like 5 minutes now, put together these kind of overviews and easily share them with either other Notion users or publicly with anyone. And now the one thing that I wanted to show you is the packing list. So we can either create a new page here by clicking on the plus icon. We can also write something and transform that into a page, where I just go ahead and click on the plus icon and then add the backpack emoji like that, and this would be at the bottom, but we can move it up here to the very top. Whoops, not like that, like that. And so it's linked from the main overview, which is also very handy. You can click here, and another thing that you can do is now, for example, go to Google and just search for packing list. That easy. The first hit for me was the only travel packing checklist you'll ever need, which sounds pretty promising. And indeed, what you can do here is copy and paste the entire thing. So whatever you need from these categories, you just pretty simply copy all of that, head over to Notion, paste that, and now we can transform these just by clicking here, turn into to-do list, and we'll have a checklist. And they even put links to Amazon or whatever. This will probably give them some money, so you definitely don't have to use it. But the idea is to have these packing lists ready in Notion, within Notion, so everyone is at one place. And you can just simply then go through these lists and tick them whenever you got them. And also this makes a lot of sense when you're doing that collaboratively. So when two of you are packing, then you can both tick the packed items, and we'll see that in real time, which is super handy. So as you can see, we're done already, and this is a super effective way to manage your holidays in Notion. I hope you liked this tutorial and think that you can apply this to your own travel aspirations. Feel free to duplicate my template, which is below in the description box, and let me know down below if you enjoyed that video or if you have wishes for upcoming videos. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. There are more videos to come. Thanks again for watching my video. Don't forget to check out my Skillshare. Have a great day and goodbye.